Hi everybody, Chris here, and this is a video to basically update you of a video that I done a couple of weeks ago regarding free internet for pensioners, vulnerable people, people in care homes, and basically anybody that's got in a situation where funds are low and they just can't afford the internet really. So I thought I'll update you on what the situation is since I made that video a couple of weeks ago. Well, the update is nothing's happened. Absolutely nothing. I uploaded 2 videos to this morning, and they were both taken down. I thought, well, perhaps that's a good thing. Perhaps they're editing it and going to use it in their program that week. But no, nothing. And I also uploaded a video and wrote some emails to local papers. But before I say it, I'd like to thank a couple of my subscribers that also forwarded my video to their local papers. So there's a couple of subscribers there. You know who you are, so thank you very much for doing that. It means a lot. But no, I've had no response whatsoever from local papers, TV media, radio, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So what does that say? I don't know. I'm lost for words, really. I'm lost for words. It seems like they don't care, really. They keep on about this COVID virus and people have to stay away from each other. But what about these families in Christmas time? These pensioners, these poor pensioners, these poor people that are on their own in care homes that can't visit or see their loved ones. Whereas if they got the internet free, they could FaceTime and do whatever media is out there to talk to their families. And I tried to get that going, but I couldn't get anywhere with it, I'm afraid. Thing is, if I was a big celebrity and I could fart the happy birthday song, I'd be trending by now. I'd be on all the local papers. I'd be on all the shows. I'd be on This Morning. I'd be on all the shows because I'm a top celebrity and I can fart a happy birthday song. Now that is disgusting. So what I'm going to say is, if there is any celebrities out there that do see this, or anyone that knows how to work the media, take this, run with it, put it where it's meant to go. I don't need recognition for it. You don't have to mention me at all. Just pretend it's yours. Just go with it. I'm doing this for one reason only. That's to help people. I like to help people. I want to help people. And I've even written to the top man, Boris Johnson, at number 10, to tell him my views and see if anything can get done, because time's getting on. By the time this goes through Parliament and they make their bloody decision up, it's going to be too late. Now, to all my subscribers out there, you know my backstory regarding the strokes that I've had. But the new subscribers maybe haven't heard it before. So all you got to do is watch my backstory. But what I want to do now is I want to go back even further and basically tell you my story of what's happened to me, really. 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with manic depression, which I believe they call now bipolar. And I was in a really bad way. A really bad way. I was suicidal. I was drinking a lot of the time. And I was also sectioned twice. That means the police and the doctors came to my house and basically told me if well, I had to go with them basically for my own safety. So that's what I did. That's what I had to do. I spent 6 weeks 2 times in mental hospitals, as they used to call them then. I don't know what they call them now. I don't know what they call them type of hospitals aren't now. I spent 6 weeks in a hospital called Stonehouse, and I spent another 6 weeks in another one called Littlebrook. They're local to me, and I think it was a breakdown because before then I had a business in Wigan, selling computers, repairing computers. I was well off, really. You know, I paid cash for my house. I ended up with 2 houses and 2 shops and all sorts of things. But then, after about 6 or whatever years, I lost it all and went bankrupt. I lost the whole lot. I lost everything. Everything I had just went down the pan. Mainly because of the recession and how the computer business then changed. So we came back to Gravesend, where my wife's family lives, with a tail between my legs, and I just didn't cope well. I couldn't find a proper job, or if I did, I couldn't hold them down. So I just spiraled down into this bottomless pit, really. And well, that's what happened to me. And it nearly broke my marriage up. I ended up having an affair. But I ended up with a son from that, which is the only good thing that come out of it. Well, and grandchildren, but I'll go into that in a minute. But the thing is, I lost a good friend because the person I got involved with was a good friend of mine, really. We was like best friends. We used to play computer games all the time. I remember we used to play on the Amiga 1200, and we used to play world-class leaderboard golf. Great game that is. We used to play on the Mega Drive, Dreamcast, all sorts of things. It was fun, but I didn't really treat her well, to be honest. She had to put up with drinking, and obviously I didn't treat my wife well at all. Drinking and bad moods and tempers and oh my God, it was a horrible place to be. But I've never said it before to this lady or my wife, really. I'm sorry that I've put you all through that, and my kids. And unfortunately, this lady involved still doesn't talk to me to this day, even though we've got grandkids. We've got 4 grandchildren and one on the way, which is on the way in March. I'm expecting another little boy. But even after 20 plus years, she doesn't acknowledge me at all, won't speak to me. Don't know why, but, well, I do know why, the way I treated her, I suppose. That's fair enough. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go back to 6 years ago now. Because I got over that, or I didn't get over it, but we got through it. We got through that bad period. And 6 years ago, I had 9 strokes. To be exact, it was 7 TIAs, which are classed as mini strokes, and I had 2 main strokes, and they were quite bad. They're quite serious. And I had to learn. I know I've said this before, but I'm just going to refresh to new subscribers. I had to learn everything from walking, eating, speaking. Couldn't speak a word. And this is my left hand, and I wouldn't have been able to do that 6 years ago. It sounds very simple, using your thumb and your finger, but I couldn't pick up anything. Just didn't have any coordination in my hand at all. And walk upstairs, and from that I've got some permanent life changes, or is it life changes or life effects that are never ever going to get better. My left side is really weak. Now this arm is as weak as a little baby, really. And memory goes, well, doesn't go, but I have to think about what I'm saying, and I do forget a lot of things. So really, the worst part of it was learning how to eat, really, because even to this day I struggle to eat, because I can't have anyone in the room while I'm eating, because I have to concentrate, because I used to bite my tongue so bad and it used to swell up and bleed like crazy, and I wouldn't have been able to eat for after that 3 or 4 days because my mouth was so sore. And even to this day, after 6 years, I have to concentrate on what I'm doing when I'm eating, because for some reason, if I lose concentration, I end up either biting my tongue or I end up choking, which happened to me once at a restaurant when I was out with people. So now I don't go out for meals because of the embarrassment of that. That was horrible when I was choking before. So that changes. I never go out to people's houses or restaurants. I just wouldn't do it. Now this COVID virus has turned the world upside down and inside out. And what it's done to me, well, before I go there, I'll carry on with what happened about the strokes. About July last year, not this year, last year, I was out with my brother-in-law, and I was just telling you about losing my memory and losing coordination and things like that. I thought I got on the bus to come home, and I didn't. I got on a completely different bus, and I fell asleep on the bus. And then all of a sudden I heard the bus driver say, "Last stop, all off at this stop." So a little bit confused, got off, and I didn't have a clue where I was. I could have been in Japan for all I knew. I didn't have a clue. And I panicked. Well, can you imagine being dumped somewhere you don't know? But that's what happened. And to top it, my phone was only on one bar charge. So I managed to get to my door, make sure that, and she managed to pick me up. So all was okay. But from that day, I lost confidence, and I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go out at all. And anybody that used to ask me to go out, I used to make any excuse to stay in. I've forgotten what the condition is. Is it agoraphobia? I'm not sure. Someone would tell me. But I wouldn't go out. I would not step out of this house. I stayed in. And last Christmas, my son said, "You're coming out with me Christmas Eve." And a little bit of a panic, but he said, "You're coming out with me Christmas Eve." So we went out. Believe me, the story is going somewhere. We went out, and I couldn't wait to get back home. But what I want to say is, since last Christmas, not Christmas that's coming, since last Christmas, Christmas Eve, I've only stepped foot outside this house where I'm recording this 4 times in a year. 4 times in a year. So this COVID virus, when I got letters from my doctors and got a letter from the hospital to say that I'm not allowed out because I'm high risk, I was over the moon, because I didn't have to make excuses anymore to say to people I'm not going out. I've got a letter to prove I can't go out. And I had to isolate for over 12 weeks, and I loved it. I thought, I don't have to make excuses anymore. The doctors, the hospitals have told me, "Stay in your house, Chris. You're not allowed out." And I loved it. So yes, in a year, Christmas Eve coming, I've been at this house 4 times. Just 4 times. And now we've got this other lockdown. I'm beginning to get a little bit fed up with it, to be honest. So I don't know if I will be ready to go out again or not. But until we're allowed out, I don't really know. So that's what's happened to me over the past 20 years. So not only have I got a burn hole in my brain where I've lost memories, but I obviously don't know what I've lost because I can't remember. So I've got depression, a really bad depression. I've got asthma. I've got diabetes, and I've also, to top it all, I've got severe arthritis in my legs, and I'm waiting for 2 knee replacements. So at the moment I have to walk with a walking stick. But apart from that, I'm pretty good, thank you very much. I've been through the wars, but I'm still here. And all I want to do is help people. People have helped me, and all I want to do is help other people. And that is all I want to do. So that's why I do things for charity. That's why I ask you to help me in me doing things for charity, and that is for the Stroke Association. I would love you to donate your games that you've got doubles or old computers, whether they're working or not, odd CDs, odd game cases you got lying around where you haven't got the CD for it, or it's a double or whatever. Anything really game related, I can make money on. I can help. I can do some help with this stuff. And if you would like me to pay the postage for these items, that is not a problem. I'll be gladly do that. So you can get me on the eBay that's listed down below. So anyway, thank you for listening to this, and I hope you do get to the end of it and don't switch off because you're bored. And if you have got to the end of it, thank you very much. So it's bye from me.